Can barely stand on my feet. Oh boy. Here it comes. That is so clean, bro. Somebody to love. Somebody to Love by Queen is one of my favorite songs in life. And one of the best versions of this song that isn't sung by Queen, so a cover version, a tribute version, if you will, in my opinion, is George Michael's version. And I want to watch this because I haven't seen it in a very long time, so it's as if I'm seeing it for the first time. And I like to do that every once in a while. Go back and watch something I haven't seen in a while so it can hit me as close to the first time, like it hit me in the first time as possible. So, if you haven't seen it and you want to watch it uninterrupted, this is from the Freddie Mercury tribute show after he passed away. And you can look at that directly below and watch the original video in the description below, uninterrupted, because I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to sing a little bit and kind of show you what I think is going on in the voice. So, let's go. So there's a reason that I love this song, because there's so much variety and it's constantly changing and the voice goes in so many different places. It actually serves as a vocal warm-up in and of itself for me. So I love to sing this song frequently. I like to sing this as part of a consistent rehearsal regimen for me. But I want to go back to the first part because it's hooking me right out the gate. And it's just, you can tell it's on fire the minute it starts. He's singing in a way that Freddie sang, but he's making it his own. He's singing with respect, but he's not thinking about it too much. And there's a lot of really cool things that he's doing here with his with like the runs and where he's taking the melody that's different than the original. Can barely stand on my feet. And the quality of his voice, this is not the original key, but it fits his voice perfectly, the key that it's in. And it still sounds as if it is the original key. Like, I don't know if you noticed this, but like it doesn't sound like a lower key. It sounds like, because his voice has that really nice quality to it where there's a mix and there's a brightness that he's bringing into his chest voice, it almost sounds higher than it is. Lord, what are you doing to me? Lord, what are you doing to me? Relieve, Lord. That resonance, relieve, Lord. The quality of the resonance doesn't disappear because the word changed. Sometimes, and this is the tendency I had in the past, anytime like a consonant sound comes in, like, you know, it throws you off. It threw me off for a while when I was like learning how to sing for years. And like you end up kind of like taking your foot off the support a little bit, and that's when you kind of, but this is such, like, if you notice, this is elite level singing, just someone who's really well trained and is a fantastic performer, a fantastic singer, because he's just like that. The quality of all of his notes, whether they're low notes, higher notes, middle notes, they're all the same quality. You don't lose any of the integrity. Of course, let's just, he's also completely dominating the stage. Like, his presence is just perfect. When you talk about stage presence, there are so many different ways that someone can have a presence, like a dominating presence. Sometimes it's subtle. In this particular case, it's subtle, but it's all it needs to be. You know, if you're in a metal band, to have a presence as a metal band, being more energetic and over the top could be the thing that sets you aside from people. But you don't necessarily need to. Stage presence comes in different forms. Sometimes just being in it, just like, being completely locked into the energy is something that you don't see with your eyes. It's not a thing. It's something you feel. Oh boy. Here it comes. That is so clean, bro. So clean. Listen to that. The tone of that is brilliant. It's just so well paced. That whole verse was so well paced because, you can go by the book and sing every note that is written for the song, but he didn't do that. Like, he's playing around with it. He's pacing himself. He knows that the payoff is really that. That's the payoff. That is way more important than the other notes. Listen to this, like this verse.
I work till I ache my bones. At the end of the day, I take home my heart and pay all on my own.
See, like that part right there. I take home my heart and pay all on my own. That's like the note that you go to. That's the note that Freddie went to, in his own key. But this is good pacing for a performance that's just, look, this is a tribute night. There's a lot of people there. I'm sure, not that anyone is feeling pressure or anything, but sometimes it's better to just do different things in a live performance and not hold yourself to the integrity of every single note that's written in a song. You give yourself a little room, and instead of going for that note, this is a lesson for me. If you're someone who's performing, it's okay to take it take it somewhere where you don't even have to think about it, like this.
I take home my heart and pay all on my own.
I take home my heart and pay all on my own. Does anyone notice? He didn't hit that high note. No, it probably sounds way better. It's just commitment to the words. Sometimes when you commit to the words as priority and just the energy as priority, it'll take you different places automatically that connect better, I think. And then you got the payoff here, which he definitely maintained the integrity of this part. Man, somebody love. You notice how the tone was just this beautifully resonant, round, but pinched. There's a little bit of that brightness that's coming through all the way through. It is just beautiful. Now, before singing vocals like this, it's important that you warm up. So I've created a free vocal warm-ups course, how to warm up to sing anything you want. And if you want to explore the capabilities within your voice and learn to warm up for free with me, I put all of that information directly below in the description or in the pinned comment. Let's continue. Oh, man. That is the hardest part of the song right there. And the way he did it was brilliant because instead of I'm going to sing every single note the way it is on recording, it's beautifully paced. It's also there's feeding off the energy of the crowd, giving the yeah, instead of doing that fancy run that Freddie would normally do. It's here's the give that part to the crowd, and there's a lot of fast singing and higher notes that he just opted for something else, and he took more of a conversational approach. It was so powerful. Right here. See, like he took it somewhere completely different that was more himself. Like something you would hear in one of his songs almost. Like, it, you know, this is the kind of thing I try to pay attention to because when I do songs in the style of other artists, I always pay attention to people's tendencies. And I almost feel like that is such a George Michael thing to do. What he just did right there. Everybody wants to put me down. You know, I don't. It just sounds like something I'd hear in one of his songs, as opposed to the try, but everybody wants to put me down. Going crazy. They're singing a lot of money in my brain. You know, that's a lot of shit to do. Like, there's a lot of fast singing, shooting up to a high note, stuff like that. Instead, he's making it conversational. There's such a consistency in his tone, and it's him just paying tribute to one of his friends and one of the greatest singers who recently passed away. Is respect, and it's just so tastefully done. That's why this is definitely one of my favorite versions of this song, and it's my favorite song, one of my favorite songs. So yeah. You know, even Brian May's solo that sounds different there, but awesome. Like just there's like a new life to his solo there for some reason. I don't know. There's something about the performance of this song this night. This was lightning in a bottle, like one of those moments that's kind of you're not going to be able to replicate. That part too didn't need to do the whole somebody to love, you know, whatever. Like that goes like more of like there's a belt there as well. You know, actually it makes that payoff in the middle of the song more special because it's like, whoa, that's like the nailed it crown jewel of the whole thing. And if you just keep doing it, it takes away the effect. That's why I like tasteful high notes and you know, for the most part, pacing is the most important part of a performance. It gives you this ability, this opportunity to be there as a performer, a presence, a stage presence, you know? I'm telling you, man, he has some of the cleanest belting notes. George Michael is such an interesting artist to me because when I think of him someone who's got such a really good singing voice. But in comparison to other singers, he didn't have this power voice, like a voice where he was like, you know, for instance, someone like Steve Perry or even Freddie Mercury that was able to go into all these different ranges and belt super high notes in like a mixed voice range and all this stuff. Like he had his moments, but he also knew where his strengths were and he stayed there. He had a real strong voice where the sweet spot of his voice was. That right there, that belting note right there is the sweet spot. Like listen to how beautifully sustained and bright that sounds. Damn, man. He even did the natural, like, delay. Oh, man, this is... Shoot! Right? Wait a minute. I had to just kind of, I had to collect myself before this next part. That is so powerful, man. Like, you know, people singing, clapping in unison. This is what it's all about. No one's thinking about anything else. You know what I mean? Like, nobody is thinking about anything else that place is just locked in. You know what I mean? Everyone's locked in. At that, there was nobody like, on their phone or man, oh man. You know what I mean?
Somebody to. Come on.
Ah, man. My heart is full. I'm going to tell you why this is one of the greatest performances of the song. And, this is why. Is because this is a masterclass of not only performing and pacing, but it's also a masterclass of respect for the original artist. Because that was a perfect opportunity to shine as a vocalist. There's somebody to, and then the run that follows. And he chose to let everybody join in on that because it was a unifying experience. He was already, he already sang, beautifully. Didn't need to go and have like, is he going to do the run too? Like, gave it to the crowd, and that's it, and it emotionally pays off so much more. He already nailed that one vocal in the middle of the song. Now that makes that even more special than if he were to go and, I don't know, say he did the run and like, it was like, somebody to love, I don't know, like he fucking cracked or something. That would have fucked the whole thing up. You know what I mean? Like, just something to consider. There's so much here. There's so many reasons why. Like, some people might objectively look at this and say, well, he didn't sing it like Freddie. But that's the reason why it's so well received. Because imagine if he did try to sing it like Freddie, every single note for note, it might seem like he's trying to one up someone who's legendary. Just something, just food for thought. Huh? That is so bone chilling to me, man. Absolute chills. Absolute chills. Yeah, so as I said, before singing vocals like this, I created a free vocal warm-ups course, how to warm up to sing anything you want. Screaming, singing, rapping, whatever. You know what? The voice is an extension of speech, and all styles have something in common. So, if you're interested in exploring the capabilities within your voice, trying out different sensations and sounds, and exploring in the way that I have through the years, check out the link below, directly below in the description or in the pinned comment, and learn to warm up with me for free. Thank you for watching. If there's anything else that you want to see on this channel, I got a lot of stuff, a lot of videos like this, cover songs, my own original music. Be sure to just take a snoop around, subscribe, watch some videos, like, comment, and let's just have fun exploring the world of singing and music, all different styles and genres, from death metal to opera to classic rock to whatever the hell interests us. There's so much to explore. That's the beauty of this time. You know what I mean? All right, take care.